Okay, so the main game has been completed. So that looks like I'm gonna do the DLC, Jack the Ripper. Which, if I'm not mistaken, I believe takes place years after the main game, so it'll be interesting to see how that goes. Oh wow, look at Jacob. He's getting old.
For 20 years, after the assassins defeated the Templars in London, the city enjoyed a certain peace. Until the Autumn of Terror. In 1888, London is plunged into shadow and fear by a series of gruesome and unsolvable murders. The brothels of Whitechapel seem warm and safe by comparison to its streets, where prostitutes are being mutilated and left on grotesque display for the world to ogle. Jacob Fry hunts the elusive killer to bring an end to the terror of Jack the Ripper.
Get a move on, Mr. Finch. This is the story of a lifetime.
Mr. Weaversbrook, I know you have more of the Ripper's letters.
I told you to stay away from me.
Stop publishing his letters. You've turned an unknown miscreant into a legend, and that's exactly what he wants.
Jacob! Thank God I found you. It's the Ripper. He's done it again.
Oh snap. So I got Lenore now.
Katie! Oh, he can't. No, he can't have. And Lizzie. Not both. Not in one night.
Nellie, remember what I said. Now go.
How many more assassins must die before you see the truth?
Only one more, Jack.
You should have believed, Jacob. Now, I will hunt you down.
I know you're there, Jack. The Master of Terror's afraid to show himself, is he?
I am your shadow, Jacob.
Oh shit. Plays Jack the Ripper. And he has eagle vision. Huh. So this is restricted to Whitechapel. this is all retreading from the game.
I will gut every last one of them if that's the quickest way to you.
Tutorial Fear. Jack's terror over London is based on his use of fear. One of Jack's fear tools is the brutal takedown. Performing a brutal takedown to its bitter end will frighten any opponent witnessing it. Hold X in the same conditions as a classic assassination to start a brutal takedown. Follow the instructions to complete it.
Come on, you monster! Let's be done with this!
Run all you like, Jacob. I will catch you. I need only follow your scent. The scent of a wounded animal. There is nowhere you can hide from me.
Enemies react to the Ripper's terror in 3 states: calm, anxious, or frightened. Your actions make enemies anxious, then frightened. You can affect an enemy's fear state with fear tools, e.g. the death scream and spikes. Just
Stop! You want me, Jack? Come and kill me! This is not our way.
This is my creed. You cannot escape me.
last known location. So he's an assassin, I guess. So it would explain why I can do all this.
Scurry back to your hole, little mouse. Going somewhere, Jake.
Jack. You're sick.
Really, Jacob? After all you did? Go down like a bitch?
Don't you see the irony, bro?
Jack.
Only you know who the Ripper is. But you can't tell a living soul because it would destroy you. No, 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 no!
Jack. We can fix you.
Fix me? I am the solution.
So Jacob just dies like that, huh? Okay then.
Miss Fry?
Inspector Aberline. Why exactly have you had me escorted here?
My men and I have been hunting the Ripper around the clock for months now, and we've nothing to show for it. There's nothing I can tell the public.
What's the Ripper to do with me? My brother has had me summoned here from India. Can't this wait?
As far as I know, you may be the last assassin in London.
What do you mean? Where's Jacob?
I wish I knew. Your brother is nowhere to be found, even as an elusive shadow is committing the most hideous crimes.
And you believe this is no coincidence?
The killer is selective and dispassionate and has left not a single trace of his passage. I've seen such a talent for assassination and avoiding detection only once before. When I worked with the two of you. And that is why your brother summoned you before he disappeared.
You think Jacob is dead?
I dare not believe it. But if he is, you may be the only person who can stop the Ripper now. Follow me.
Oh, Evie's old. She's old. Oh man. That's a drag. That is a bummer. Hey, what's going on, Raph? How you doing? Thank you for watching. I literally just started the Jack the Ripper DLC, so this is 20 years after the main campaign. And my poor cutie Evie, she's all old now. I don't know what to think of this. So now they're teasing that Jack is actually an assassin. Ripper's blade. This is a knife that Jack the Ripper presumably used to mutilate his victims. In keeping with the Ripper's modus operandi, the knife was moderately sharp, not as sharp as a scalpel, and it was closer in size and form to a butcher's blade than any surgeon's tool. Brutal takedowns, huh? Hey, Hooded. What's going on, Hooded? No, I'm not Chico. I'm from Guatemala, my man. But thank you for watching. I know you were on the stream Tuesday, so thank you, Hooded. Hopefully you enjoyed the RJ Club Tuesday. When in stealth mode, use brutal takedown to instantly frighten enemies nearby. Death Scream. Okay. Yeah, Evie's old. Oh man, look at this. Oh, I don't know what to think of this. I'm very heartbroken over this.
When are you gonna stop that monster?
I'll take you to the site where the Ripper first struck. The journalists always seem to get the word first. We get there, they've trampled the evidence, and next day's headlines are dripping with blood. The few hundred yards between Flower and Dean Street have become so dangerous that even my best constables are afraid to patrol Whitechapel at night. Let's take a carriage, shall we? I'd rather not get egg on my face again today.
I'll drive.
Oh man, Evie's old.
What has become of this borough?
Whitechapel is a cesspool of crime, Miss Fry, where terror reigns supreme. Elsewhere, the rich get richer, but here, the poor are living on the living, fighting to survive each day. Reporters share a view of Whitechapel as a lair of savages, monsters, and werewolves who hold honest citizens in a state of terror.
The Ripper's terror. There you go.
And now we can crank up the speed.
Come on. Slowly.
Oh wow, this was Henry's old shop.
We are not far from where Mary Ann Nichols was murdered. I knew her as Polly, and that's what her friends called her. But the woman who died here is not the woman I met a few times at the Frying Pan pub.
Then who was she?
I was hoping you could tell me. Go see for yourself.
Oh, look at this. This is Henry's old shop. No Easter eggs here. That's a shame. So I wonder if I drift off too far, the game will punish me. Whitechapel. City of London. Can't do that, so Westminster is blocked. The Thames River is blocked. So all I have is City of London and Whitechapel. Oh, that's rough. She's old. She was so cute before. Now she's old.
This is where the Ripper committed his first murder. Was Miss Nichols' body identified?
Her husband hadn't seen her in 11 years. He barely glanced at the poor, mutilated woman before he had the gall to forgive her for what she'd done to him. The press reported widely that Miss Nichols' finger bore the mark of a ring. It was forcibly removed, and the same is true for his other victims.
Yeah, it's time to find some clues. Body's location: the victim's body was found here with her throat cut and multiple stab wounds to the abdomen. All bloodstains persist. Marianne Nichols, time of death 3 months ago, multiple wounds. Handprints: she placed her hand here, perhaps to rest from her injuries. She may have tossed aside her ring at this moment.
What did you discover?
Give me a moment.
Stopped here. She fell, crawled, and died. Blood splatter, strange place for a blood stain. Something covered in blood struck the tree. A ring, perhaps. Blood, blood splatter, blood spatter. Use left trigger to generate the trajectory and R to move it around. Find the ring. Assassin's ring, a ring that only sworn assassins wear.
I found Miss Nichols' ring. An assassin's ring. She must have tossed it away during the struggle. A desperate act to protect the Brotherhood. You think they were targeted?
Yes, and the newspapers are accusing the police, me, of letting the first city of the world lapse into primeval savagery. I must take my leave, Miss Fry. I have other business in Whitechapel.
Good day, Inspector. Thank you for your discretion.
So it looks like this DLC is not focused on combat. It's more investigating crimes. Averlane Associate Activities. Inspector Averlane needs your help. The Ripper's terror has inspired a wave of crime, from petty thievery to copycat killings. Whitechapel has become a place of brutal savagery. Bounty hunts, closed-to-fight clubs, carriage of justice activities are now available.
I'll need to tackle Jack's influence over the gangs in London.
Aberline, now he's all old too. Oh, it says he dies 1929, so he doesn't die here. Jack's gang, the Rooks. When Jacob and Evie defeated Starrick in 1868 and ended the Templars' influence in the city, the Rooks proved to be one of the toughest gangs to overcome. Years later, when Jack went rogue, he had already gained the support of some of London's most dangerous men. He took over the command of Jacob's Rooks. Together, they managed to recruit or kill anyone who resisted Jack's power play. Jack trained them to be more effective against the London assassins. The Rooks of Jack the Ripper ran several operations for him, including running security for Lady O's brothels. A few lieutenants reopened the fight clubs, while others trafficked in opium and stolen antiquities from the colonies. There was no end to their cruel creativity. It was Jack's organization now, and he would show the assassins that their true future lay with him in his greed of terror. Eve's fighting Karas. Kara is a steel or iron bracelet of Indian tradition which can be used as a devastating melee weapon. Originally a Kara was worn by as an article of faith, but Karas became popular with many Indians regardless of their beliefs, both for their simple, decorative beauty and as a symbol of unbreakable attachment and commitment to a cause. Evie adopted Karas after being introduced to them by her Indian brothers, who historically used them as protective rings to guard their sword arms. During her time among the Indian assassins, Karas were most commonly used like brass knuckles in hand-to-hand combat. So I don't have my weapons? Are you kidding me? Right, so I'm level 10. Why do I have these though? That sucks. Level 1 gauntlet with the That's garbage. Yes, I want that. It's the best gun in the game. Oh my god, you still gotta level up, are you kidding me? I have nothing for... Oh my god, this sucks. Perks. Oh, Jesus, I gotta do all this again. Come on. Evie's story so far. Arriving from India, Evie was met by Inspector Aveline, who informed her of the gruesome Whitechapel murders and of her brother's disappearance. In under 3 months, the press has turned Jack the Ripper into a legend. Evie's only evidence was an assassin's ring found on the site of the Ripper's first victim. Had an assassin working for Jacob assumed Polly Nichols' identity? Evie goes to Jacob's Whitechapel lodgings to continue her investigation. Look, she looks cool there, but in the game, look at her. They're all old. Ugh.
Don't forget to wash your hands afterwards.
Glitch. And look, I still have the rope launcher. Where is this thing? Where is it? There it is. Okay. Can I do a double takedown?
There must be something of interest here.
Treasure maps. Yes, I might as well. The chest will give me money anyways.
Come back again by all means. Come take a look at what I've managed to conjure up today.
Get this sucker too. There it is. And that didn't work. Alright, so let's do it from here.
What's that? Wait there while I chop it. What?
Yeah, that's right. Be scared.
We should have let the police.
So, I mean, sure, I'll just take down people all night. Alright. It kind of sucks I don't have my own weapons, but it is what it is, I guess. Yeah, boy.
What's going on here?
You know, let me get all of these first in Whitechapel. And then City of London, I guess I got more.
Ready yourself, because I'm coming over! The doctor said. I'm gonna put you... What's going on?
Yeah, get you too, boy. Do I like Godzilla? Oh, yes, sir. I've been watching Godzilla all my life. lifelong fan. Even have a $800 Godzilla statue. Got it from Sideshow.
You do not want to bother me today! I think that's close enough.
But yeah, I have, I also have all the Godzilla movies on DVD, Blu-ray. But, again, Godzilla's been a big part of my life. Very much looking forward to the new movie and see what they do. Ooh. Damn. It's rough. So let me get this chest over here. Saying, bro, I love King Ghidorah. Yeah, King Ghidorah is great. Obviously one of Godzilla's classic enemies. Probably his biggest rival, right? I think they probably fought each other the most. And he just has a really cool entrance. Just when he comes out with that little animation of him coming out from the flames, it's just really cool. I really hope that when they do King Ghidorah for the new movie, as well as Mothra and Rodan, I hope they do him justice, because just a really awesome design for a kaiju. On the new Godzilla movie, they called her he, but I hate that. Which Godzilla movie? Because if you're talking about the American ones, King Ghidorah hasn't appeared yet. They did tease King Ghidorah in the Kong Skull Island movie. But I don't remember them saying a gender, to be honest. Alright, so where am I next? Chest view right here. This way. I could probably take down this guy. You won't even see it coming. Run, but I'm gonna get you. Illustration. Where is that? It's probably around the wall here. Yep. American Godzilla was the worst. Well, remember, there's two American Godzillas. The first one was 1998, the one where the iguana goes to New York. And then the 2014 one, they call Godzilla a he. It's a girl. No, Godzilla was never identified as a female in the Japanese movies. Godzilla was never mentioned as a he, really. It was just a thing. It was just Gojira. A lot of people make the mistake that Godzilla was a mother because it had. A lot of people assume that the little thing, the Minya, that followed Godzilla around in some of the 60s movies was its son. But that was never the case, because if you watch All Monsters Attack, you see the birth of Minya. So basically, Minya is a giant egg, just like all the monsters. He was caught in a storm, and the egg washed up on Godzilla's turf. So it hatched prematurely, and it just followed Godzilla around. It's more of an adopted son, but Godzilla never gave birth to it, so... So yeah, in the 2014 Godzilla, they do say he, which is fine. I mean, because again, Godzilla never had a son. That is a mistake a lot of people make, because even in the 90s, the Heisei series of Godzilla, there was Baby Godzilla, there was Little Godzilla, Godzilla Jr. In the what was it, the Godzilla vs. King Ghidorah, Godzilla vs. Space Godzilla, and then Godzilla vs. Destroyer. But again, same thing. That was just another mutated creature from radiation that resembled Godzilla, but Godzilla never gave birth to it, though. It's never been confirmed, so I mean, if you're going by the 2014 logic, yes, they identify it as a male, but in the Japanese Godzilla, they've never specified whether it's male or female. It's just a thing. Because again, Godzilla's origins tend to change throughout the movies, because a lot of the movies don't follow the same continuity. A lot of them are reboots. So, at least to my knowledge, Godzilla has never been, with the exception of the 1998 movie. In that movie, Godzilla is classified as asexual, so it doesn't have a gender, but it can reproduce, which is why it gave birth to all those eggs in Madison Square Garden. Historical ads, illustration 4, fortifications near the sea. I just hope they don't fuck up the monsters in the movies. Well, that's the thing, this new movie's going to be Godzilla versus King Ghidorah versus Rodan versus Mothra, so I like 2014. People give it hate, but I really dug it. It was a new interpretation of Godzilla, and it was massive, and it's a Godzilla that inspires fear and intimidation, looking like a wow effect, which is something that the 1998 Godzilla did not do. So I liked it, and I like the Mutos too. I know some people complain about the Mutos just being giant insects, but I thought they had a really cool design. They had a really cool sound too. So actually, the $800 statue that I have is actually the 2014 Godzilla.
You having a go? You think you're safe from me over there? Easy.
I ran into something invisible.
Why don't I come over there and teach you a lesson? Just shut your gob.
Yeah, get him. Yeah, so there's a chest here. Definitely need the money. I need the helix glitch. Let's go up there. And there's another chest, awesome. Another guy I can terrorize. He's like, what the fuck?
You in the shadows. Walk away now.
That's pretty hilarious. They just basically shit their pants. They were filming the new one in Mexico, right? Yeah, some scenes in it. So which is your favorite Godzilla movie? I mean, for me, it's a tie between the original 1954. I also like the sequel, Godzilla Raids Again. I thought that was really good. It's actually the first time Godzilla fights Anguirus. The first Godzilla movie I ever saw actually was probably about 4 or 5. The first one I saw was Godzilla vs. Megalon, which I know a lot of people hate because it's cheesy, but definitely a favorite for me. It's one of the first I saw, so I have a very special affinity for it. Gotcha. Alright, so for killing people you get loot, right? Well, not loot, I mean just like crafting materials. Okay. This must be a location. Spitalfields Market, which was in the main game. Godzilla vs. Kong, an invasion of Astro Monster. Yep. Very first appearance of King Ghidorah. So, very cool movie. So, with those movies, Invasion of Astro Monster, I have it was the classic media, the silver DVDs, the ones they were like a book, and I had the poster in front. It's called the Toho Masterpiece Collection. So a lot of the Showa movies, Invasion of Astro Monster, Godzilla Raids Again, All Monsters Attack, Godzilla vs. Gigan, and those are all part of that line. Godzilla vs. King Kong I have on Blu-ray. There were a couple Showa movies released on Blu-ray too. I have from Kraken, Godzilla vs. Megalon, Godzilla vs. Mothra, Godzilla vs. Megalon I got on Blu-ray as well. A lot of the Heisei movies too on Blu-ray. Godzilla vs. Biollante, all of the Millennium movies, Godzilla 1984 or Return of Godzilla, whatever you want to call it. Oh, a lot of good movies. Invasion of Astro Monster was the first movie I saw as a kid. On VHS would come with a poster. Idea would buy them from Blockbuster. Haha, that's cool. Yeah, it's amazing, those movies. Like, I guess the thing that fascinated me about Godzilla, and it still fascinates me, is, I mean, with movies nowadays, you can have amazing special effects, you can have CGI, which is so good, but there's something to respect about, back in that time. You had these actors, like Haruo Nakajima, rest his soul, who would put on the Godzilla suit, and, when I was a kid, it made me believe, like, they would build these really intricate cities and stuff just to destroy them. And I don't know, there's just something about that craft that just fascinated me, and how they could breathe the life into these creatures. Like, for example, with King Ghidorah, You know, it took like 7 people to make King Ghidorah work, not just the person in the suit, but you know, you had your team of people controlling the 3 heads, making sure they moved like in a random way, the wings, the tail. So it was all a big work of art, right? To get it working, it was amazing, and it's still amazing to this day. Full effects will look real, yeah, and they look more real than CGI because you know after a few years the CGI looks dated, right? But practical effects, they're never dated because it's real. It actually happened. So yeah, very very cool. So I love kaiju. Did you you know there's other King Ghidorahs. I don't know if you ever saw in the in the 90s in Japan. They had the trilogy. It's called The Rebirth of Mothra. So it was like these kiddie movies about Mothra, but there were different versions of King Ghidorah. There was like a one called Kaiser, or no, not Kaiser. That's Final Wars. It's a Desi Ghidorah, which is like a 4-legged black version of King Ghidorah, which is really awesome. It's cool. You can actually get those on Blu-ray pretty cheap on Amazon. Just look up Rebirth of Mothra Trilogy, and it has all 3 movies on Blu-ray. Trust, if you go on the stream next Tuesday, I can talk Godzilla all night. I love Godzilla. I love all giant monsters. King Kong, Mothra, Rodan, War of the Gargantuas, Mechagodzilla, Anguirus, Batra, Mothra, Gamera, all of that stuff. Ultraman, Ultra Q. It's all just great. Let's do some quick reading here. Yeah, you seen that one, the dark looking one, yeah. Space Godzilla was a really cool design too. I know a lot of people hate on the movie, but it was a cool design. I mean, he's gigantic. He's one of the few kaiju that actually towers over Godzilla. Not that many. Obviously, King Ghidorah is one of them. Biollante is another. Destroyer. That's really about it. I don't really think there's any other kaiju that tower over Godzilla like that. You know what, he saw me. Whatever. Alright, so there's one less hit. I don't have to do, I guess since I leveled up maybe. Never mind. Let's get this guy here. Damn. Damn, look at just breaking bones. Do you have the PS4 Godzilla game? No, I don't actually. I just got a PS4 a little while ago. No, I haven't gotten it. I know it's gonna suck, so that's kind of why I don't have it. I do have the Godzilla games for Dreamcast, though. I have Godzilla Generations, which I actually just bought the import a few months ago. The Godzilla Generations with the Millennium Godzilla. There we go.
Get away! Away, I say!
That's right, be scared. I may eventually get it, even though there's an import game. I forget what it's called, but I really do want it. It's a game in Japan only, but it has Ultraman, Godzilla, Gamera, and all of these like giant monsters together. And of course, it's only Japan, because only Japan can have all those licenses together. Stop, little bitch. I get you. Come on, dude. Just killing people left and right. This is great. Let's get him.
That's what you get for trifling with the enemy.
Got an achievement. That's cool. Right, so. There's that. So you mod your games as well or no? No. That's all Paul, man. I don't know how to do any of that. He's the one with the skill there. Though if I need to get anything modded, I'll tell Paul. Assassin Intel 1 from Bishop to WW Assassins. Worldwide Assassins, highest priority. This directive comes from William Miles. Dr. Alvaro Chromatica is now our most valuable target. He's in possession of the Shroud of Eden, and we know he intends to use it to recreate a precursor for purposes unknown. We were able to capture some footage of him in his lab, but unfortunately we still have no idea where that lab is. It is everyone's mission to 1. Find Dr. Chromatica in his lab, 2. Kill Dr. Chromatica, 3. Recover the Shroud of Eden and any other artifacts found in the lab, 4. Destroy any and all abstergo cloning technology. I've released more of EP's genetic memories to the initiates to keep our backdoor in the Helix secure. We need all hands on deck for this one. Report back with any leads. Yeah, he was trying to clone the first civilization, which is nuts. Alright, let's get this guy. They just keep coming.
When I get over there, I'll bleed you dry!
You guys want to turn your back on the assassins, that's what you're gonna get. Okay, I got these guys.
The more the merrier, I do declare.
You say these just keep coming. However, you want to make my achievement easy, then go ahead. Here we go. Right, so as I was over there, what games do you like for PS1? I mean a lot. I mean, there's a lot of, obviously, the Resident Evil games that we're doing on stream. Resident Evil 1 is a big favorite. Crash Bandicoot, Jet Moto. Is this another guy? Are you serious? They just keep coming.
I've seen a kid run faster! Now!
You want to mess with me? This is what you're gonna happen. So what was I saying? Metal Gear Solid, Spyro. Obviously a bunch of fighting games, you know, all the Street Fighter games and stuff. Ridge Racer, Wipeout, Silent Hill. Too many to count. Let's get this sucker. is what happened. This is where the game began. That's what Jacob saw. Okay. But what about yourself? What were your favorite PS1 games? Did you have any particular favorites? Get this guy as he's walking. Yeah, keep running, keep running. Coming for you, boy.
Oh no, not this!
It's like that. So I still gotta do the stealthy takedowns. That's fine. Let's just get him.
Please, I'll do anything you want. Just let me live.
Gotcha, pal. Oh jeez, I got sidetracked. Alright. Let's get the chest there. Yeah, who did, what games do you like for PS1?
Just because I'm over here, don't mean I can't take care of you!
With no workers!
Enemy shooting at you during a brutal takedown, less chance of hitting you. Fear of ghosts. Frighten an enemy without being detected. Which is a bit harder than anticipated.
Everything you need to survive the streets, right here! Let's steady old city. is that strange lady
Perhaps she's
doing?
Got him.
God, let me alone. The very best of London. Find out.
I wonder what you
Sad young lady afflicted by madness.
Let's go get him. Just keep spawning in the same spots. Coming for you, boy.
You want better.
Nice, go in my chest. Why does it say 23? So we do it in groups, is that what it is? I'm not sure what that means, frightened without being detected. It's
Better keep an eye on her. Oh, no! Stay back! You'll hang for this!
seems to be if I get them from the high ground, it seems to work better. So Iggy's old.
Spare penny. Just one
Look at
small
that.
penny.
Oh,
Never mind. No, I didn't need any money.
why'd they ruin her? Jacob looked the same. Just looks slightly older. Come on. There we go. Close the Fight Club.
I'm coming over and teaching you a bloody lesson.
Holy crap. This horse is just, damn. Just bolting. Close the Fight Club. I suppose I can try that. What does that mean? He can't be scared? Oh, I'll find a way. I thought you could get scared, huh? Oh shit. those kids. They literally almost just died. That kid's just floating. Look at him. Wow, the kid survived.
My
Sure.
constables and I are grateful for your assistance.
Let's do it.
You'll be sitting in a different tune once I'm through with you.
That's your best there. What you make for a lay down now?
I nearly had a bloody heart attack. Rick, Rick, Rick.
God dang! Wait for it! Pressure, come on! Break a bones!
On your way.
I'm gonna knock your teeth in. Don't try to stop me. Don't just attack her one at a time. You'll be singing a different tune once I'm through with you.
She's dropping her guard! Slice of throat! Now!
How can I frighten them?
That'll be all.
Break a bone! Slice of throat!
Not really sure how I can fight them outside of using bombs.
That'll be all.
Oh my god, what the fuck? Done yet?
Thank you.
Holy shit. How do you... What the fuck?
a fight to the death? Come on then, lass. That's where the real money is. Who's with me? Come on. I'm here for you.
Thank you for taking another dangerous criminal off the streets, Miss Fry.
They only fought like 80 people, jeez. I shouldn't have done that. That was a massive waste of time. Okay. So I might as well not do those because I don't have the equipment for them. I didn't realize it'd be such a handicap. Gotcha. Dinner in the city of London. Look at that pig. Oh. Nice and tasty. Yeah, golden chest, yes.
Ladies, gentlemen!
Okay, that's not too far.
Yes, you! Can you spare a penny for a bit?
You won't get to it.
It's just so overly dramatic.
Fine. Fine,
Dinner in Whitechapel, Dinner City of London. All fresh to prepare, Whitechapel, lower income.
I'll tell you everything.
Someone got up to no good here.
Come quickly!
Some order! Help someone! Get the police!
At least you can travel through those, that's good. Illustration. Where are you?
Ready yourself, because I'm coming over! What could be happening? What's happening over there?
I got all the illustrations here. It's good. Children's Hospital. I guess since I don't have everything, that's the problem. As far as my gear. 6, 7, 8. This just makes things infinitely harder.
What's happening?
Aslan Healy's matches, best value for the money. I guess I'm done with Whitechapel. At least for now, because I can't do, I don't have gear. I don't have appropriate gear. Where is my... Guess I'll do one more memory. I'm not sure if it's working or not.
I think I heard something.
Is she all right, do you reckon? I mean in the head.
This place is full of them. Just look the other way.
Hey, where the fuck did he come from? I just came from there. Okay, that glitched out.
That is simply irresponsible.
All I tell you, but not John. He's always been good to me.
Court won't believe it without evidence.
What'll I come over and teach you a lesson?
Go ahead. I'd love to see you try, buddy.
Step back.
Edie begins her investigation at Jacob's lodgings in the hope that her missing brother has left her a clue to finding Jack the Ripper.
Inspector? The inquest mentions that Miss Nichols made quite a spectacle of her drunkenness on the night of her murder. Do you think Jacob may have put her up to it?
Bait, you mean? I don't know what to think anymore, Miss Fry. Jacob kept lodgings nearby, right in the heart of this cesspool. Be careful.
I will not fail you.
I want you to eat. So even though she's old, she could still go. I just hate how they made her look old. It's so sad. It's very sad.
I'd have done the same thing. It's absurd.
What's that? What's that?
Really, just 33? Come on. Should be a lot more than that.
You won't find better. This is awful.
There's the killer.
Poor devil.
So this is where Jacob lived, huh?
Weapons of intimidation. Much like those we learned to use with our Indian brothers.
Jacob and Evie were trained to use similar weapons in India, spikes and fear bombs. Broken pot. Broken pot seems to have been a struggle here. Broken pot, a defense tactic. Broken glass. Broken mirror. Something was smashed on the floor. Perhaps a mirror. What happened?
More signs? What am I not seeing? A letter?
Grand work the last job was. I give the lady no time to squeal. How can they catch me now? I love my work and I want to start again. You'll soon hear of me with my funny little games. I saved some of the proper red stuff in a ginger beer bottle from the last job to write with. But it went thick like glue, and I can't use it. Red ink is fit enough, I hope. Ah.
The newspapers printed this letter 3 days before Miss Stride and Miss Eddowes were murdered. It was signed, Jack the Ripper.
Better revolting Jack. Spike's fear bombs.
You knew I would come, brother. So give me a sign. So much blood. I hope it's not yours, brother.
Bloodstains, lots of bloodstains on the floor. There was a struggle here. Handprints. Jacob's blood. Dragged
There
and
must be
violently.
something more here. You knew I would come, brother. So give me a sign.
Blood, 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 spat blood.
There must be something more here.
I only see one yellow thing. It's over there.
The last time Henry, my brother, and I were together was in India. 15 years ago. When the photograph was taken, we stood facing a temple of Kali. And that's one of the boys Jacob brought to train with the Brotherhood. What did we call him? Jack the Lad. Reckless and roguish. Much like my brother.
Jacob, Evie, and Henry in India. Photograph of the Fry twins with Henry Green. And the young initiate named Jack, whom Jacob brought to train with the Indian assassins 15 years ago.
More signs? What am I not seeing?
The key to Jacob's riddle? Probably.
When the photograph was taken, we stood facing a temple of Kali. Kali the Destroyer. I gave this to you on your last visit to India.
There's a woman who can help. Unfortunately, she'll remind you of our childhood neighbor.
Unfortunately? What is Jacob trying to say? We loved old Nellie. Could he be referring to an unfortunate woman? Nellie may be in the brothel nearest Jacob's lodgings. I'll start there.
Right. Look sharp, lads.
You discovered the Indian assassin's fear tools after following Henry Green to India in 1868. Jacob visited there once with his new assassin initiates. Jack the Ripper and Evie use most of the same fear tools, but Evie's tools are not lethal. Calm enemies will become anxious when victim to a fear tool. Use another fear tool to then frighten them off.
This bomb will strike fear in their hearts.
Great bugger. Just as I was getting bored. Now.
Are you running from me?
How did they see me?
Nellie may be in the brothel nearest Jacob's lodgings. I'll start there.
Should be here any minute. Mr. Jack says we can have our way with her. Right. Look sharp, lads.
This bomb will strike fear in their hearts. Let's hope this Nellie has news of you, and can lead me to the Ripper. If Jacob's former pupil is the Ripper, then he is our Ripper. I must catch him.
Girls, don't you?
You think you're safe from me over there?
If these things just hauling ass.
Have you seen Nellie today?
What do you want with Nellie? Who are you? If you're a friend, then you may already be too late.
Where is she?
On her way to see Lady O. In the company the brutes paid to keep us in line. Hurry if you want to catch her.
Now come nicely, Nellie. Lady O's expecting you.
Let me go.
I need to find Nellie before something bad happens to her.
This is not the normal route.
Carriage tracks. Okay.
Never in my life have I been treated so unjustly.
Slow down. Atta girl.
Take the reins, you silly.
Go on. Where did they go? Nellie is in grave danger. There's the carriage. Nellie must be inside the building. Nellie is in there somewhere. No doubt closely guarded and in mortal danger.
The Cadway Mansion.
Intruder! She's right there! Show me what you got!
Here we go. No. No. Are you kidding me? Oh, you're joking, right? There we go. So, where's the chest? One chest. There's another one around here.
Bloody well deal with her! Of course I will, miss.
With a brave woman like you at my side.
This person has just been murdered.
He was Atlas. Asked of the whole world. He's...
There's a...
I'll deal with you personally.
I hope you'll come.
Oh no! Sonic, just
Don't hurt me.
Set on her.
Oi, Hopper.
Aha!
Shit.
Look, you're fresh, dude.
Hello, you. If you buy us a pint at the old frying pan, I'll tell you a secret. Hello, handsome. Let me calm your nerves for you.
She's an intruder. She shouldn't be here.
Get her out!
Run her through.
Let's go! Let's go!
That's right. I suppose I could just go into the front door. I want those chests. So that's a way in, okay.
Don't make me hurt you in front of all the ladies and gents.
Take your hands off me.
Hush! Keep your voice down. Leos is speaking.
And so I am delighted to announce to you all today that we shall be taking on even more poor unfortunates in due course. These desperate young women, innocent victims of these uncertain times, shall be offered a roof over their heads, a warm fire, 3 meals a day, and above all, the love and support they need to regain a foothold in society. The understanding and help from those of you in our charity allows all our girls an opportunity to pick themselves up and stand tall once more, whatever their past sins or failings. As long as they repent and acknowledge the errors of their ways, they shall find a home with us. This is the work we do. It is the work of God. Work of which I am extremely proud. And I shall not stop until every one of these fallen women has been saved.
Talk about running a brothel, huh? Just let me sneak to the other side, because I want that chest.
Stop her!
Don't be afraid. Jacob's sister. We can't talk here, please. He'll kill me. She'll see to it.
Who?
Lady Owers. Jacob said you must kill her to find him.
Smile and be polite, or I'll tell the Ripper where you sleep, my beauties. Dame Fry, take Nellie and see to it that woman does not follow us.
Where did she go? That must be the carriage I'm after.
Jack, Shirley.
Faster! Lady O is escaping.
How did I not hijack the carriage? What? I killed him. That's hijacking the carriage.
Where did she go? That must be the carriage I'm after. Gotta go. Come on! Faster! Come on! Come on! Move it! No, no, no! Damn! I mustn't lose her. Move!
Oh, crap.
Where did she go? Damn it! Do you mind? Tara! Faster! Come on! Move it! Radio is escaping. Faster! Come on! I'm in a hurry! Slow down. She's getting away. Come on! Calmly.
Coward now.
Lady Owens. Whoa! Nellie, I'm so sorry.
She used me as a decoy and fled to Elmer's Manor.
Hoping I'd cause your death, no doubt.
She knew you'd come, Miss Fry. Lady O is the Ripper's eyes and ears in London.
Kill her and Jack will be forced to show himself. Hey! I'll look in on you soon, Nellie, I promise. Lady Owens will be expecting me, and I would not want to disappoint her.
What happened to her freckles? They're not even there. Jack the Ripper and Lady Ower's lieutenants terrorize the prostitutes of London. Help free Nellie and the other prostitutes from the Ripper's terror. Brothel attack, lots of women walk of shame activities are now available.
Jack's terror over the prostitutes in London has to end.
good.
Yeah. Sir.
Maybe someone ought to notify the learning bit.
Come, look at my wares. Something will definitely be. Do come see.
Let's try this again.
Me again. She's beaten it! What a clear shot at her!
You can go.
Imps just trying to stop me.
Ready to blow her brains out! Shot it! She's not allowed in here!
Thank you.
What's on through with you?
We're done.
We're carving you!
We're done here.
You'll be singing a different tune once I'm through with you.
All done.
You want to fight to the death? Come on then, lass. That's where the real money is. Who's with me? Hey, stop! Now walk away! That's nearly about the head and shoulders. That's how you stand, man. You're nothing to me.
Kill them all, kill them all.
Thank you for taking another dangerous criminal off the streets, Miss Fry.
Very cool, did that. I'm done for the night.
My best customer, you are. Get your everyday essentials right here. Just